a raising agent. Now, how different is it from yeast? Or are they the same? Why is it that yeast seems not to be very toxic, but potassium bromate is?
Potassium bromate is different from yeast. Yeast is the natural component to help the dough to rise. Potassium bromate has other health risks, unlike the yeast that has the natural components. Potassium bromate has a lot of health risks to human body.
Talking about health risks, Dr. Glory, what are some of the risks that consumers face while consuming products, bakery products on which potassium bromate has been used on?
Right. Potassium bromate is an oxidizer. You know, we usually go in for antioxidants. Antioxidizer means those chemicals that can cause cancers in the body. That's why in many or in some areas, people will want to go in for antioxidants in order to reduce these oxidizing powers in the body, to reduce the body contracting things like cancers. So potassium bromate is an oxidizer. It alters the DNA composition of the body. By so doing, it favors the production or or causing cancers in the body. So it's a carcinogen, or it's a carcinogenic substance. So in this way, potassium bromide is not advisable in food substances.
And doctor, for potassium bromate to be less dangerous to human beings, should the quantity be reduced during baking?
It's not about the quantity. Most countries like in Europe, Canada, this substance has been banned in the bakeries or in food industries. In the United States, they still allow, this substance is still being allowed or tolerated in the food industries, like in the bakeries. And with the understanding that it has to do with the quantity. But the chemical process that goes on with potassium bromate is that it is an oxidizer. So no matter how little the substance may be, it converts the substance and makes it carcinogenic, which is very harmful and dangerous to human life.
Now, Doc, despite the health risks, every other Cameroonian consumes bread or bakery products almost on a daily basis. So now, where should we put the blame? The ignorance of the bakers, the bakery owners, or the nonchalance of our local authorities?
We are in the business world, and in this business world, many want to go in for profit. Potassium bromate helps the dough to rise. And by so doing, it will increase the quantity of the production, and it will attract normally a huge benefit. So potassium bromate in the bakery industries, they will go in for it as well, because it does not only strengthen the texture and help the volume to rise, but it equally gives a bright an attractive look or appearance to the end product, especially the bread. It gives it equally the crispy nature. We usually say not all that glitters is gold. Products from potassium bromate are very attractive. Sometimes when you go to bakeries, you find some nice brown color on the bread or on the baked food. Most at times, potassium bromate gives such an appearance. Yeast, on the other hand, will just give you the normal brown coloration and sometimes not very crispy. So the potassium bromate, giving its dangerous implications to the body, should really not be advised to be used in industries, irrespective of the gain, the profit, and the attractiveness to the eye.
And now, Doc, some bread lovers, like some of us, is it possible to avoid consuming potassium bromate? Or what advice, in other words, what advice can you give to those who consume bakery products a lot, like on a daily basis?
We advise the public to always check on the pack, especially the bread pack or any bakery pack. If you see there any bromated flour made, you should always read the package. If you see any labeling with bromate, that product should be avoided. Equally, when you see a baked product that is really, really crispy, glittering, like gold-like, and is very attractive, that such a product should equally be questioned.
What about the bakers themselves now, Doctor? Shouldn't they be sensitized to ensure that they know that what they are doing is killing the local population? What should be done at that level?
In 2009, this chemical or this ingredient was banned in Cameroon. So we are advising bakers to heed to this ban, because it has a huge health risk to the population. Not only the cancers, it can cause the kidney problem, it can irritate the lungs, and many other health risks. So we advise the business men and women in the bakery industries to disease from using the potassium bromate, because it has a lot of health risks. Irrespective of the profits they make, they should equally consider the health of the population.
Okay, Dr. Glory, not only bakers are concerned, we now know that it's really complicated consuming any product in the market, because we hear other foodstuffs are being conserved now with formalin, which is also very dangerous to the health. Even the oil now we consume in the market, be it vegetable oil or palm oil, the ones we call vrac in the market, are said to be conserved in containers in which chemicals have been stored before. Those too can be very dangerous to the health. So what way out, Doc?
The same category, the formaldehyde or the formalin. Sometimes you transport maybe a bunch of plantain to a very far off distance, and the greenish appearance still stays. Sometimes you find the way the plantain or the banana gets ripened, it's so nice to the eye. All these are being, formalin usually is in the background of such preservations. And this formalin or the formaldehyde equally has a lot of dangers to the health of the population. So we are advising and calling on all the business people to conserve the products in a way that they should be health friendly to the population.
And now, my last question, Doc. You are of the medical corps and health authorities. This concerns them. It concerns public health. So health authorities, local health authorities should feel concerned. But that seems not to be the case. Why? And what should be done?
Sometimes we usually hear over-the-counter drugs and drugs that can be sold only on doctors' prescriptions. That again tells us how porous our environment is. The laws, I think the laws need to be reinforced, especially by the Ministry of Public Health, in a way that such products should not get filtered into the society or the community. They should be restricted, especially to hospitals, so that the health of the people can be conserved.
Thank you, Dr. Glory Befeke Epus Anye, for your time. Thank you, viewers, for always being there. Thank you for always trusting us. Don't go away. Our programs continue. 7 p.m. Equinoxe that would be in about 30 minutes, and the news in the French language comes up at 8 p.m. Stay with us on Equinoxe Television and enjoy your weekend in the company of our programs. Bye-bye for now.